Welcome on back, ladies and gentlemen. So, I've been playing some Nightblade. I literally put the build together this morning, and it just reminded me of how amazing Nightblade is in PvP. I mean, I don't know, I think it's just my own personal taste for this style of gameplay, but there is nothing quite like a stamina Nightblade in open world PvP. And real quick before we get started, I have got 1 day left on my Raid Shadow Legends promotion. If you guys want to help support the stream for free, you can download Raid through the link down in the description below. All you have to do is beat the tutorial, and I really appreciate it if you guys help me out reaching that target for downloads. Now, without further ado, let's get into this fight. As you can see, I start by just attacking the back of the AD siege line, and we get quite a few kills right off the bat. And some blue players also jump in to attack AD here as well. I believe this is, yes, a blue keep that they're sieging. And I'm just staying really aggressive here. Honestly, we're jumping in and out of cloak, and I'm just looking for any target that I can with lower hit points. And there you see we go for another player that's lower on HP, quickly bring him down. This blue player trying to bring down the yellow. Drop my combo on the yellow player as the other yellows kill the last blue player that jumped down there. And now there is just yellow left here. We get a huge interrupt on that guy going for the res, and right away back into cloak. Make sure we set that shade down. Always great to have the shade for that emergency teleport to safety. And then cloak right back up. Open up with the ultimate out of stealth there into the light attack, surprise attack. And we go back into cloak and we hit him again. And I'm really hugging cloak in this fight because I know that there is a lot of AD around here. And I don't know how many of them are going to snipe me from stealth like that guy. And I try to hit him with the arrow there. Unfortunately, not setting the mark down in time. And one more yellow player is going to ride here, and he's not going to get off his horse. So that's okay. We're just going to keep on gap closing into him. And hopefully we can get the kill. And nope, he manages to heal. I think he drank a potion. I honestly don't know, but he gets away. So I come back to the bodies here to check to see, yeah, there are yellow that have been picking up their dead here. I right away try to jump on top of the Nightblade and then target switch over to the Necromancer once he pops in stealth. Knowing that he's gonna go for that gank, we dodge that incoming bow attack, and or the bow ultimate, sorry, and then just reset the shade. And they did manage to get a res here. I'm right away just gonna pick off the guy that they resed. He doesn't have any resources getting up like that, so it'll be easy to finish him off. Now it's just these last two guys left. The Necromancer's just feeding me blast bones, but I want to focus on trying to pick off this Nightblade simply because the Necro doesn't have a gap closer or anything, so he'll have a really hard time locking us down. And there's a great off-balance stun on the Nightblade into the ultimate. He does a really quick reaction with the dodge there, and he manages to get out of there. And I just take a moment here while that Nightblade is retreating to just reset my buffs and everything, just kind of passively dodging the Necro's attacks. The rebuild of this guy has some pretty impressive healing power, I'm not gonna lie. So we're not like insanely durable, but we've got the healing power to take quite a bit of abuse. A good combo on that guy there. He unfortunately rolls towards me as I enter stealth there, and we just clip him with the surprise attack to finish him off. Death's Wind set, I believe, actually knocking me back there. Quickly finishing off the player going for the res. They dump the meteor on me, jump in the air and just kind of hold block. The meteor lands. We're going to roll out of it, recloak, and open up on this guy. We get a good stun. There's the finish. We did get hit by that siege, though. That's really bad, and now you see me just pounding the heals here, and man, we managed to just squeeze out. Not a lot of resources left. We are running the torque on this build, though, so we can definitely fight on low resource. And a huge combo on that guy out of stealth into the spectral arrow. And that is that. Now, I've got one last fight for you guys, actually. This is going to be the rest of the video, this one. And I was just hanging out outside this keep. There's a huge blue Zerg here. Trying to take the keep. We just open up on the guy on siege there, quickly bring him down. This guy goes into mist form, and me and my infinite wisdom decide to drop my ultimate on him. Really, really class move there. Unfortunately, it's not the one that we were supposed to do, and the entire blue group going for the punish here. Oh my gosh, so much damage coming in. Lots of lightning staff undodgeable. I'm getting constantly pulled out of cloak here. This is really dangerous. And I go for the direction change, finally managed to get a cloak off. And that survival there, man, I gotta chalk that up to the fact that I put so much more healing power on this thing than we used to have. And I'm not regretting it one bit. In today's heavy dot spam, heavy AoE spam meta, I don't regret it. We were able to actually escape simply because we could out-heal the incoming crap. And there we go. We engage with these guys. Big combo out of stealth. I actually lead with the partial charged heavy into the ultimate there because he is off balance, guaranteeing that we land that combo on him. And now it's just the enemy Nightblade. He does a little dance here. We get him with a good little poke. and he decides to take off, and he pops out of stealth there, and I am running the mark that's gonna not allow people to stealth for a couple seconds. We catch him with the surprise attack gap closer, actually pulling him out of stealth there. And back to this girl. She's back on her siege again. We just gonna give her a couple pokes here to finish her off. A little bit of lag here, I'm not gonna lie. The server at this point was not doing super fantastic, but it wasn't too awful. It's just every now and then we get a little bit of a stick. But these blue, man, they don't even know that we're hitting them yet. We're just clocking these guys one at a time off of siege. This guy's gonna go for the res. We're just gonna deny that real quick, hit him with the spectral arrow, and move on to the next guy here. He's actually got quite a bit of hit points, and he was just kind of standing around. He attempts to go for the res here. We're gonna be able to get that big combo though, the ultimate into the surprise attack, and he goes down. Moving on to the next guy on siege. These blue here, man, they're just busy picking people up. They're not even responding yet. Finally, some blue players start attacking us, and I just head back into the safety of these rocks here and do a little bit of a kite around, get back into cloak. They've got a lot of AoE though. I quickly get pulled out by that warden's AoE ability, and that shade's so important to survival. I can't stress that enough on Nightblade right now. Shade is like, man, it's Shade and Cloak. The combo of the two makes them so strong, but if any one of them alone is really good, I gotta give it to Shade. And we open up out of stealth, a huge combo on that guy after he rolls our first attack. And I like doing that. If they roll the first attack, just give them the ultimate while they're still in the end of their roll, and you can connect at the end for a huge burst like that. And we managed to just kind of slink away there. Blue, however, they've had enough of this. They don't want us attacking their siege line anymore, so I just head back here, set the shade down again, making sure that we have that safety for a teleport. And the blue player's a little coy now as we hug stealth a little bit too long there, but we will be able to just finish off the last player that was at the end of the group. And I follow the rest of the blue inside of the keep. And what's the first thing we gotta do? We gotta attack somebody. Big ultimate on that guy after the light attack into the ambush. And we just clock that poor player, bring her down. And I do a little bit of a kite around here. I'm actually just being a little careful because there are so many blue. And you know, I love being aggressive when I play, but I can't stress enough when there's that many players, you don't want to put yourself in a bad position at all. There you see those guys are chasing me really hard. I really like doing this when I find players are chasing me hard in a big fight like this. I just go to the other side of the fight and just right away start to pick on a different target. And it just helps you lose the more aggressive players that are trying to look for you. And as a Nightblade, it's not only good to get away, but then they're not paying attention if you find them. Here we go, 3 players at the bottom. We open with the ultimate on this guy. He drops down right away and starts healing up. I cloak to fake like I'm gonna run away, and I just drop down behind him. I want to finish this warden off. Big connection with the stun there off the off balance, I believe. And he goes down. We get a good stun on this incoming Sork there. I have a hard time breaking that stun in time, but we managed to just escape. Really low HP there, but you can see all that healing power just ticking away. We can even survive the drop down to heal back up. And we open up on this guy with the ultimate. He's got some bulk to him, though. So shade right back up. And after the shade, I just go right into cloak. Usually a really good call to follow the shade with cloak, but you'll see as this fight goes on, we don't really have the magicka to make only good calls. And yeah, these blue are starting to pile up here. There's a lot of AoE too. We got Dragon Knights, Templars. That's super annoying on a Stamblade. So Shade is going to be our best friend here. These guys follow me as I jump down. I go for the heavy attack, just trying to bait them into chasing, but look at how much damage they put out. I literally can't sit next to anybody because they're just going to absolutely destroy me as soon as I show my face. So I go for a big kite there, a little bit lower on stamina. I decide to drop down to the bottom here. And yeah, these guys start charging inside to flip the keep. So again, the little bit of a reposition, and now we can get behind some of the players that were looking for us. We find a squishy target here, quickly put some damage into him, but the counter gank is really nasty. Huge rally heal into the potion there, and we managed to get a good stealth by going for the direction change on our second attempt at the cloak there. Always so important to be dynamic when you move on the Nightblade and you're entering and exiting stealth. It just makes it harder for your opponent to track you, especially if you're just going to go in the same direction. It's very easy to predict what you're going to do. And these guys start putting a lot of pressure on me here, and I think it was that Sork from earlier. Yeah, the higher ranked Sork. I go for that ultimate on him. He had all his shields up and everything. The Radiant Beam, always there in time. and we're going to try our best to get out of here. Templar hot on our tail, again attempting to re-enter stealth. They keep breaking the cloak, but we do get a moment where they can't see us there, even though I know they're going to break the cloak, and I just do the zigzag to help throw them off a little bit. Maybe it'll help us dodge a couple jabs. The Templar right away on top of us again, and he is going to be incredibly hard to deal with, simply because he will constantly pull us out of stealth with all of his AoE. He's a Magplar too, so he's got the Solar Barrage going on. I attempt to go for a bit of a combo on him there, but I don't stick it out. I think that was a good call because I had a lot of blue converging on me, and I see one of them go for their ultimate there too, and I don't really want to be too keen to stand in the Warden's ultimate. So I just do a little bit of a kite here, always making sure that we got that shade, and I decide to bail on the tower. There's a lot of pressure in there, so a little bit of a reposition definitely couldn't hurt here. Reset our shade and stuff too, and the blue decide to chase. All in all though, it is absolutely amazing to be back on that Stamblade. The survivability, the damage, everything, it's just perfect for World PvP. I just love the style of it. And this build is such a treat, man. We have so much more durability on this and still retaining so much sustain and firepower. A really great rounded Stamblade build that I think has a good place in today's meta for sure. And with that, I will let you guys enjoy the rest of the fight as I do my best not to die to the blue players here. If you guys want to send in clips for the top 5 battles, or if you guys want to send in a build to be featured on the channel, you can send that to KristoferESO@hotmail.com. If you guys want to catch me for some live streams, or if you want to keep up to date with what's going on, check out my Twitch and Twitter. Of course, check out KristoferESO.com for written guides to all of my builds, as well as a hub for all of my ESO content. We are sponsored by What the Fast. They're a VPN for gamers. They can give you better ping to your favorite games, and they're free to try for the first month. Link down in the description for you guys. And then last but certainly not least, a huge thank you and massive shout out to all of my patrons on Patreon. You guys help keep the dream alive, so thank you so much for supporting. Thank you everybody for tuning in and watching today. Of course, I will see you guys next time, and have a great night, everyone.